Hey everybody, it's Jennifer with the Family Fudge and welcome to Bunches of Lunches. This week we're celebrating all things new. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll already know that we just moved into a new house. And of course, that means a brand new school for the kids this year. Now, all the lunches this week are going to be kids' choice. I let each of my kids be in charge of one day this week. And our first lunch of this week is going to be Lily's choice.
Hi guys!
So I'm gonna start by making Lily's main course first. I know she has a very special request, something I don't normally make.
For my lunch today, I'd like to have a sandwich.
And for her sandwich, I'm gonna go ahead and use this honey wheat bread. And what would you like inside your sandwich?
Instead of using peanut butter, I'd like Nutella. Nutella is my favorite scented sweet and chocolatey and delicious. Let us know in the comments down below if you like Nutella.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spread this sweet and sticky Nutella all over our wheat bread, and then I can close up this sandwich. Now to make this sandwich a lot more cute, I'm gonna use one of the sandwich cutters that comes in our kit. What shape would you like to use, Lily?
A star.
Now the great thing about these sandwich cutters is that they're sharp enough to cut through bread, but they're not so sharp that I have to worry about the kids cutting themselves, so they could definitely make these sandwiches all by themselves. And just like with all of my sandwich cutters, I do like to save the crusts for later. I don't just throw them away.
For my fruit today, I'd like to have cantaloupe and blueberry.
Now we could just go ahead and cut this cantaloupe up into cubes, but since I'm trying to make a really fun and cute lunch, I'm gonna use one of our smaller cutters. This kit comes with 4 different shapes, and since we made a star-shaped sandwich, I'm gonna go ahead and use the star shape again for the cantaloupe. Cutting the fruit like this really doesn't take much time at all, and again, this is something that the kids could actually do themselves.
I'd also like to have some cucumbers in my lunch.
Cucumbers are very popular around here at lunchtime. I like to use the hothouse cucumbers because they have really small seeds. And since I'm kind of going with a star theme today, I'm gonna go ahead and use that star cutter again on our cucumber slices. For this, I just start by slicing the cucumber. I like to keep these on the thicker side for this. And once I have all the slices ready, then I can use our star cutter. Not only does this make the cucumber really cute, but it also removes the skin of the cucumber because I know a lot of people don't like to eat the skin. So now I've already added the sandwich to the lunchbox, and you don't have to do this, but you definitely could keep the cutter right on the sandwich. It looks really cute that way, and it keeps the sandwich even fresher. And then another thing I love to do to make these lunches really cute and easier to clean up is to add silicone linings to my other compartments. So now we have our fruits and our veggies, but I still want to add a few more things. I always love to add at least one little food pick to my lunches. The kids can use these as little forks to pick up the food, and it makes the lunch look super cute. For Lily's lunch today, I'm gonna add the little bunny and the panda.
To go with my lunch today, I'd also like to have some Cheez-Its.
Now, when I was at the store, I actually found this box that I'd never seen before. These ones are called extra toasty Cheez-Its. So I definitely thought we should give these a try, just to see how they are. I'm actually going to fill the space around the sandwich with the Cheez-Its. Since I've left the cookie cutter on there, I don't have to worry about these items touching each other, and they just fit perfectly right in here. For her snack today, I'm also gonna be adding a yogurt pouch. I got these on clearance at Target, so I love that. Save some money there. This yogurt is a tropical blend flavor, so there's banana and pineapple in there.
And for my drink, I'd also like to have some juice.
For her drink today, I'm gonna throw in this Honest Kids juice pouch, and this is in the super fruit punch flavor. These Honest pouches really are great because they have a lot less sugar, but they still taste great. And there you have it. There's everything in Lily's lunch today. And of course, afterwards, we'll see how she did. I'll go ahead and pop the lid on and pack everything into her lunchbox. Now, as you can see, I can actually fit quite a lot in these lunch boxes. Lily chose the purple lunchbox. In fact, a lot of Lily's things are purple. Is that your favorite color?
Yeah, purple is my favorite. Today I just got a new beanbag chair and it's purple too.
A purple beanbag chair?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Lily, what was your favorite part of your lunch today?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
She's been asking for a Nutella sandwich for quite a while, and I finally said yes. Okay guys, so for today's lunch we have Jackson in charge. He gets to pick everything for today. What do you think, Jack?
I have a really good idea for today's lunch. I like to do breakfast for lunch.
Now, making breakfast for lunch is something I do quite often, probably at least once a week. We all love breakfast foods. And this is going to be a perfect opportunity to use one of our new Bunches of Lunches thermoses. This will definitely help keep our breakfast lunch hot for quite a while. These are a little bit larger than the thermoses we used to use. They come with a built-in bowl and spoon.
For the main course, I will choose oatmeal.
Oatmeal is definitely an easy, delicious thing to send for lunch. I got a big box of these oatmeal packages from Costco, and the kids just choose whatever flavor they want. So all I have to do is add the dry oats to the thermos, add the boiling hot water, and get the lid on. And then by lunchtime, it's hot and ready to go. What's your favorite flavor, Jack?
My favorite kind is apples and cinnamon.
I'd have to say my favorite oatmeal is probably the maple and brown sugar. So next up, I'm going to be adding Jackson's fruit. What'd you pick today, Jack?
For my fruit today, I picked kiwis.
Now sometimes when I buy kiwis, they are hit or miss. Sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're really sour. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping these ones are going to be tasty. I'm going to go ahead and peel them and then slice them up. And then before I add them to the lunchbox, I am going to use my silicone liners. I'll put a yellow one right here and the blue one right there. So now we have our kiwis in there, and for our veggie,
I choose baby carrots with ranch for dipping.
This lunch is looking pretty good so far. Of course, we have our oatmeal, that's ready to go, but there's a few more things that I want to add. The first thing is some Baby Bell cheese. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, but Jackson doesn't like Baby Bell cheese. Well, when I was at Target, I actually found this new kind of Baby Bell cheese, and it comes in a little spiral. So I definitely wanted the kids to give this a try, especially Jackson. Maybe he'll change his mind about Baby Bell cheese. So I'm just gonna place this right into there. In this back section, I'll add one more silicone liner. That will be for our treat coming later. And then in this side section, I have a snack to add. Now I found these at Target as well. These are Mickey-shaped veggie chips. These are so good. They taste a lot like veggie straws, but of course these are so much cuter because they're shaped like Mickey. I'm gonna add a handful or two right into the lunchbox.
I would also really like to have fruit snacks in my lunch.
But instead of adding just regular fruit snacks, I thought it'd be really fun to let the kids try this Japanese style gummy. These come in lots of different fruit flavors, but since I already put kiwi in Jackson's lunch, I thought the kiwi ones would be perfect as well. These are so cute. They come individually wrapped, and they really do look like a little kiwi.
For my drink today, I'm just gonna have water.
And then before I close this up, I'm gonna add a little line pick to the fruit. I'll get my lid on and then pack it all into our lunchbox. Okay, Jackson, what'd you think of that new Baby Bell cheese?
It was actually really good. I think it tasted way better than regular Baby Bell cheese.
I think it kind of tasted like string cheese to me.
Yeah, it does.
And that brings us to Mackenzie's turn.
Hi guys, Mackenzie here. Today I'm having a hot lunch.
That's right, this is the perfect opportunity to use another one of our Bunches of Lunches thermoses. Now, since we just moved into our new house last night, we took a trip to IKEA for some new furniture, and while we were there, we picked up some meatballs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love IKEA meatballs. Do you like them, Kenzie?
Yeah.
These come frozen, but they're fully cooked, so they're really quick and easy. I'm just gonna pour some into a baking dish and pop them in the oven.
For my fruit today, I would really like some watermelon.
Yeah, I got this nice big watermelon, and instead of cutting this watermelon into small shapes, I'm gonna go ahead and try using our big sandwich cutter. That way, Mackenzie can have 2 big pieces of watermelon in her lunch. Now that actually worked out really well. I'd never tried using a sandwich cutter for watermelon, but it totally works. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add some silicone liners. I have a good amount of space left next to the watermelon, so I definitely wanna fill that up.
For my vegetable, I would like broccoli.
But not just any broccoli, right?
Yeah.
This is broccoli woccoli. I found this at Target and I thought the name was so funny. Yeah, really, it's just regular broccoli. I don't think there's anything different about it. It's just the packaging is funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and fit as much as I can in this little section. And then I always love to add googly eye picks to my broccoli. It kind of makes it look like a broccoli monster. Our lunch kit does come with these googly eye picks since I use them all the time. And also in our lunch kit we have a ranch container. You guys know we use ranch all the time in our lunches. So I put a little bit in this separate container and it's gonna fit perfectly right in here. In this back section, I'm gonna go ahead and add some cubes of cheese. Usually I would put a string cheese in lunches, but I thought cubes of cheese would be a fun change. And before I pop the lid on, I'll add a cute little bunny pick to the cheese. These picks work perfectly with soft fruits, veggies, and cheese. And that brings us back to our meatballs. They are piping hot and ready to go. So I'll go ahead and load those into the thermos so they can stay nice and hot. Then I can add the spoon and close it up. Now while I was at IKEA, I did pick up the traditional items that go with meatballs. You know, the gravy and the mashed potatoes, and I even bought the lingonberry jam.
But guys, I don't really like any of those things.
Yeah, Kenzie's not a huge fan of mashed potatoes or gravy, are you?
No.
Yeah, you hardly ever eat that. So I'm not gonna put that in her lunch today. I'm just gonna save this for later. But I do have a few other things I wanna add into this lunch.
For my snack today, I would like to have trail mix.
Yeah, we had a lot of trail mix on our road trip, so definitely need to use this up. This has cashews, almonds, raisins, and craisins. And then I'm also gonna throw in a little yogurt cup. These are the Activia ones, and these ones actually have fiber added as well. So it's kind of like yogurt and oatmeal mixed together. I have 2 different flavors, either pineapple or strawberry. What do you choose, Kenzie?
I choose pineapple. And for my drink today, I'm just gonna have water.
Okay, Kenzie, what'd you think of this lunch?
It was actually really delicious.
Now I have to say, all the kids love the meatballs. There were no meatballs left. The entire bag is gone.
And we'll see you tomorrow for some subscriber lunches.
Okay guys, now today's lunch is going to feature a lot of Griffin's favorite foods. He didn't actually pick these out though, since he's only 3. I'm pretty sure I know what he likes, and I'm putting all of those items in today's lunch. The first thing I'm going to make is a good old PB&J. I think Griffin would eat a PB&J every day if I made him one. It's definitely his favorite sandwich right now. Now instead of using regular peanut butter and jelly, I'm gonna be using some Goober today. Now if you've never seen this before, it's made by Smuckers, and the jars include both peanut butter and jelly together, sort of swirled together. I actually brought a jar of this stuff on our road trip, so it made it really easy to make peanut butter and jelly when we were traveling, and the kids really liked it. Now I have to say that this stuff looks pretty interesting. But once you spread it on the bread and close up the sandwich, it really just tastes like a regular PB&J. So now I'm gonna close up this sandwich, and I'm gonna use our dinosaur sandwich cutter to cut it out. This is going to make 2 cute little dino sandwiches, and it's gonna remove the crusts because Griffin is definitely not a big fan of crusts on his sandwich. Gonna make these dinos look a little bit more funny. I'll add a little googly eye pic to each one. And then it'll be time to move on to some fruits and veggies. Now Griffin is a huge fan of fruit. I think he likes just about everything, but recently he's really been into raspberries and blueberries. Now it's kind of surprising, but I actually found these berries at Target. The Target closest to us has a really good food section with lots of fresh fruits and veggies, which I was kind of surprised about. And then in this back corner, I decided to go ahead and just add some corn. Griffin really isn't a huge fan of any green vegetable, so I think he'll be happy to see this corn instead. And then just like the big kids, Griffin really does like to use these little food picks as well, so I'm gonna add a little elephant one right into his berries. But then I'm also going to throw in a spork. This one comes with the lunch kit as well, and he can use it to eat the corn. Next, I'm going to use a separate container that also comes with a lunch kit for his snack. Now this container is actually really cool. It comes with a snap-on lid, which is easy for kids to open and close. And it also comes with some removable sections that you can change out depending on what you want to put in the box. On one side of the container, I'm going to add a handful of these goldfish crackers. These are the baked whole grain version. And in the other section, I'm gonna add some good old cottage cheese. Now Griffin used to eat this all the time back in the day, but he kind of stopped liking it, but he'll probably be happy to see it again. And then for his drink today, I'm gonna throw in one of these Honest Kids juice pouches. Whenever he sees the older kids get these, he wants one too.
This is my favorite. Bye guys.